All right, good afternoon. This afternoon we'd like to discuss some suspicious fire activity that we had last night in the city of Savannah. With me to my left is Assistant Chief William Handy, who is our Assistant Chief over Operations. So last night we had 4 suspicious fires occur in the city that started in the evening to the early hours of the morning today. So I'm going to like to run through the fires that we had. At 10:56, Wednesday, December 1st, our Engine 3 responded to the area of 600 Louisville Road for reported vehicle fire. Upon arrival, crews discovered a 2021 Polaris Slingshot fully involved with flames at the Residence Inn on Charlton Street. The firefighters quickly extinguished the blaze, and there were 3 other vehicles that were damaged from the radiant heat from the fire. At 10:57, 1 minute later, we received another call for an open area fire. This was in the same vicinity, the 300 block of Purse Street, just down the street from the Residence Inn. Upon arrival, crews found a small fire on the railing and a realtor sign that was on the porch of the structure. Firefighters quickly extinguished that fire. At 11:15, while on scene, Engine 3 crew noticed another column of smoke coming from the area of the Savannah Tourist Center. They called dispatch. They advised of their seeing smoke. They asked for another unit to respond to that location. Engine 5 was able to clear Purse Street, and they were able to go to this new location at the Tourist Center. Upon their arrival at the 300 block of Martin Luther King Boulevard, they found a fully involved tourist van. That fire was quickly extinguished. There was a van that was sitting next to it that also suffered damage from the radiant heat. It has been reported that a person was reportedly seen leaving the area of the visitor center on MLK carrying what appeared to be a gas can. We have not verified that, and our investigators will do so. A 4th fire, occurring 3 hours later, has been determined to be unrelated to these 3 fires. The fire started inside a locked structure, and our firefighters had to force entry to extinguish the fire. At 2:42 a.m. Thursday, December 2nd, Savannah firefighters responded to reports of a structure fire at the 300 block of West 36th Street. Upon arrival, crews found a detached garage with smoke and flames visible. They had to force entry, and they were able to extinguish the fire, and there was not any flame spread from that particular fire. At this time, all Savannah fire investigator resources have been devoted to these investigations. The investigation is still in early stages, and Savannah fire officials cannot speculate about motives or connections related to these fires or any previous fires. If anyone has any information related to these fires, we do have an arson hotline that we would like them to call. It's 1-800-282-5804. Again, that is 1-800-282-5804. I'm ready for questions.
Chief, can you talk about the ATF's involvement in this, the assistance that they're lending to the arson investigators?
Okay, the ATF is assisting us with the investigation. Savannah has a very close relationship with the ATF, and we work on many investigations regularly. So it's really part of one team in essence. So they are bringing in some resources and additional investigators that will work with our 3 investigators. And so we're able to, since we have 4 fires that we need to investigate, we need more resources on scene. So the ATF is offered to help.
Obviously, you have a lot of resources you can pull from, especially the visitor center. Being a city lot, I'm assuming there are some cameras around there that may have captured some of the activity. What's that revealing right now, or can you say?
At this time, we have not been able to view all the video, but that is correct. There are cameras from that location and from that area, and we will be able to get a good look at those. The investigators will hopefully get some leads from that.
You said one of the fires was unrelated. Was that the one on 36th that was not related?
That is correct. The fire on 36th Street is not related to the first 3 fires. Yeah.
Is that one still under investigation for arson as well?
Well, it's under investigation to determine the cause, yes.
Exactly. Just break it down for folks out there who aren't sure what is the separation between a suspicious fire and arson. What's a suspicious fire? What qualifies as that?
Well, anytime we have a fire that occurs in the middle of the night, especially in a vehicle, it's a suspicious fire. Because what we do, when we start with any fire investigation, we look at the whole picture. So when we approach even a house or we approach a car, we look for causes, potential causes, or what could not cause the fire. So we start ruling things out as we approach the vehicle. The fact that we had a fully involved vehicle at 10:56, then the second at 11:15, is suspicious activity. Typically, cars, when they catch fire, they do not become fully involved so quickly. And when our crews arrived on scene, they both were fully involved.
I'm not sure if you have the answer to this, but does the incident that happened this morning in Chatham Square have any relation to any of those fires that happened this morning?
Not that I'm aware of.
Couple questions. Do you have an estimated dollar amount?
We do not have an estimated dollar amount at this time.
Another one. I guess there was some damage reported to Chatham Square. Any thought of this being connected to that in any way at all?
We do not have. I cannot comment at this time on that.
And then one more question they wanted me to ask. I guess Chatham Emergency Services battled a big salvage yard fire yesterday where there were like 25 or 26 cars damaged. Anything? Any connection between these last night and that one?
I'm not familiar with the fire in Chatham. Our investigators will look at all leads.
Chief, just kind of wrapping it up for me. For folks that may be doing this, who think, it's not hurting anybody, that's just property damage, can you talk about the risk still for injury or potentially death if it spreads, or if a firefighter battling the flames actually is injured?
Anytime there's a vehicle fire, especially in close proximity to, in this case, a hotel, that the fire can spread to multiple vehicles, and it can spread very quickly, especially if somebody were to use an accelerant of some sort, that the fire can move very fast. And then what that can do in turn spread to the building. So if the car's parked in front of a home, by a hotel, that it can put people in harm's way. Absolutely. We see that often, where a car catches fire in a driveway and spreads to the home and then can really put people at risk. So yes, when people look at it as just property, it's not. It is arson, if that's the case, we did find that somebody did do it, and that it can. And then firefighters, when they arrive on scene, that if something were to happen to one of the firefighters, then that person would be held accountable to that as well, or can be.
You said that there had been rumors, I guess, that someone said they may have spotted someone leaving the area carrying a gas can and stuff like that. You said, but as of right now, you guys have not been able to confirm that. Is that right?
That's correct. We have not confirmed that.
But that's part of what you guys are trying to determine right now is whether that actually.
That's correct. So we received a report that a person was leaving the area with what appeared to be a gas can. And so what we will do is follow up with the leads, with anybody that was in there, and talk to them, and also look at the video cameras from the area as well.
Sorry, just so I understand, there were two car fires.
Cool.
So one of them was the bus, and
Correct.
it damaged the other car next to it.
That's correct.
And then there was a separate car fire. Was that the one that was next to the hotel?
Yeah, so the first fire that came in at 10:56, it was a slingshot. So a slingshot is a three-wheeled vehicle that it was a rental vehicle, and so that's what was set on fire. And then it caused damage to three other vehicles that were parked around it. So in total, there were 4 vehicles damaged at the residence inn. At the second location at 11:15, when we responded to the tourist center, we had a fully involved tourist bus, and it caused damage to the van that was parked next to it. So a total of 6 vehicles.
As a general rule, I guess each investigation, the length of time really varies. Is there any indication as to what the timetable would be before you guys are able to get answers?
That's difficult to state. We have, right now we're working 4 different fires. So we have 4 different scenes that we have to make sure that we fully investigate all 4. So 1 appears to be isolated, 3 appear to be related, and so our investigators will make that determination. I can't put a time frame on it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.